You feel loosened up? You feel ready to go?
I guess so, yeah. How does the format work? Do we just chit chat? Are you just going to directly start asking questions like
I'm
question one?
just,
Like how does this work?
I just look at you with a perfectly straight face and I ask you the hardest questions. What was the most embarrassing moment of your life?
Please don't. Please don't make me tell this on live TV.
Yeah, that's the format. I just torture you with questions. And if you answer anything wrong, you're fired instantly. That's the
Okay.
format of this
All right.
podcast.
I'll have to get my sweat towel out.
Yeah, you just
Just
you
drenched
just
in sweat.
pour sweat the whole time. And then I'll text you after it's over if you're fired or not. I'll just
Okay, that's a
text
good.
you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that rule. Yeah, you don't want to do it over the phone.
Hello and welcome to the Laundromat Ownership Podcast. I'm your host, Ian Gollahon. Me and my business partner, Brian Henderson, own 3 laundromats in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area. In 2025, they did about 2.5 million in gross revenue, which makes them 3 of the top performing laundromats in the US. But we're also the founders and owners of Wash-Dry-Fold POS, which is the original point of sale system for laundromats. And today we actually have one of the programmers for Wash-Dry-Fold POS, one of our developers. Cole, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi everyone. Yeah, my name is Cole Norton. I've been with Wash-Dry-Fold POS for about a year and a half now, and I've been loving every day of it. Um, Everything's been going great. I really like seeing new features get pushed out and being able to work on those and getting to talk to all the subscribers and kind of learn what laundromat owners need and how we can help them best.
And the reason, kind of the motivation for having you on the podcast today is you were the primary developer behind this new laundry locker system, or at least you helped push it across the finish line.
That's right.
Uh,
Yeah.
how long have you in the team been working on this?
It's been a while. I know this has been a project that has been suggested to us for a while now, and it started getting suggested pretty heavily last year. And with the rise of our pickup and delivery software as well, and adding improvements to that, we've really wanted to focus on more than just pickup and delivery, but other ways to increase revenue and to increase customers coming in and dropping off laundry. That's a huge thing for that is laundry lockers.
Yeah, helping other laundromat owners increase their revenue as well.
Hmm.
And it's been a really commonly requested feature for a long time.
Hmm.
I think part of what's helped us get this across the finish line, certainly, and even given us the bandwidth to do it, is the new AI tools that
Hmm.
that you've been using and that the team has been using. Um, so, what type of lockers for the laundry lockers do I need to have a specific brand if I want to use this in my laundromat?
No, and one thing that we were very intentional about when building this feature out was that some laundromats may not want smart lockers, and some laundromats may not want just a drop box. So we wanted to make this as open and kind of free flowing as possible. And so really any kind of storage setup you want can work with our laundry locker features. So whether you have really smart lockers with high tech smart apps or codes or anything like that, or you have just maybe a crude box with a lock on it that people can come in and just throw bags into. It should work with any kind of setup you have.
That makes sense. We've got a lot of customers with the latter, and probably fewer customers with the the high tech solutions. So they're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I've got a box that I put a master lock on. Do I have lockers now?" Yes, you do. That will
There it
work.
is. Yeah.
So, no, that's good. So, well, and I guess that brings me to the next question. So, when the customers are dropping off the laundry,
Mhm.
can they drop it in their own individual lockers? Or what if I just have like one big drop off like box where it just like goes into a locked office and like once you
Mhm.
put it in the bag and put it through the drop box, like it's dropped off. Like so
Yeah.
how does that piece of it work?
So yeah, in the software, laundromat owners will be able to decide whether they have a Dropbox in a drop box setup, outside or inside, like you said, in like an office area, or they have, individually numbered lockers, 1 through 10, or whatever that might be. And so they can set up those different setups inside the settings of the software, and the customers can either drop it off in a Dropbox and notify the attendants or the workers that it's been dropped off in a Dropbox, or they can put it in individual lockers. It's totally up to the store and how they have their setup created.
That makes sense. So we've kind of built it to, because I've heard of either model of like, hey, when we give them back to you, it's an individual locker, but when you drop it off, it's in one drop site. But then other people will do both the drop off and the pickup in the individual locker. So that makes sense. And I know another thing, and for those of you who watch the podcast, you may be surprised at this, or maybe not surprised, but I often tell people, nothing good happens in your laundromat at 2 a.m. There's just like, you're not going to get revenue. You will get drugs, you will get craziness, but let's just say I'm just a glutton for punishment. And even though I've listened to the Laundromat Ownership Podcast and I listened to all the top laundromat owners in the US come on here and say, do not have an unattended laundromat, I'm still convinced that my laundromat should be unattended for 4 hours a night. And maybe there's some cities in the US where this would work. Will it work for an unattended laundromat, or do you need an attendant there?
No, absolutely. It will work completely unattended. And I agree, you probably don't want a lot of people just walking into the store where you have your POS set up and, everything behind the desk. But if you can have maybe like a locked entryway or even an outdoor drop box or lockers for people to put in, customers could totally come, drop off their laundry, notify you that they've dropped it off, and then it's there for you to process whenever the store is open. And then you can notify the customers that it's been processed, it's ready to pick up. You can give them the code, whatever you want to do from that point. Yeah.
I hadn't really thought about that, but that is an interesting idea of, and I have had other customers ask for this, so I guess that makes sense. But like, yeah, what if only part of the laundromat is open, or what if you just have an entry space, or what if it's just beside the building, and they can drop off anytime, but the actual building remains closed when it's unattended. So it does kind of open up some new possibilities there. So let's then walk through, let's say I want to go to Cole's 5-star laundromat in Ardmore. I want to drop off my laundry. What does that look like for me as the laundromat customer?
So there's a couple different ways that you can do that. We have our online pickup and delivery scheduling app, My Laundry Order, which is built into the software, and a lot of our subscribers will be familiar with that. So attached to that now is a new feature that allows customers to go on that website, My Laundry Order, and they can schedule a locker. So they'll be kind of shown a list of all the available lockers that are in the store, or if it's a drop box, they'll be able to choose that drop box. Then they get to specify, how many bags they're dropping off, the specific laundry instructions they want. They'll be able to leave a payment method so that you can collect payment from them. You don't have anyone, dropping stuff off to get processed and not paying for it or anything. And so they can do that online, or if, they come in during the day, maybe, they work until midnight, so they can't pick it back up until midnight or whatever. They can come in during the day, drop it off, completely disregard the online ordering. It can work completely without the online scheduling app. So they could drop it off and then come back and get it later. Totally perfect.
And then in that second situation, the app is really just helping you and your team manage, like, okay, they left their name on the bag or whatever, and so I can see it's in the drop off. I can process it through the Wash-Dry-Fold, and then I can put it in a locker for them to pick it up. So it's just providing some internal infrastructure if you don't want to use the online part. But I think most people are going to use the online, but then how do they get to that? How do they know to go? Like, is that on your laundromat's website, or is there a QR code? What's the deal?
Yeah, so a lot of our subscribers right now have some pretty nice looking sites that have a link to schedule online pickup and delivery. And since it's built into that same platform, you can put a link to it on your site. or you could like print out a QR code and put it on whatever storage device you have, whether it's a Dropbox or lockers. You could have a QR code right there that they could scan, and then it takes them directly to the site. They sign up. It's a super quick and easy process, and then they're off to dropping off their laundry.
What if I want, because I know one of the criticisms I've heard from other offerings like this is you go to the site, right? The point of sale company is like, oh, we do pickup and delivery, we do laundry lockers. But then when you, from the end user's point of view, so from the laundromat customers, they go and it's like, it's branded with that site stuff. And then they have to find your laundromat on the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a QR code and you scanned it, would they even know that you're using Wash-Dry-Fold POS? Would there be any other laundromats available there? What does that look like for them when they actually go on the website?
Yeah, that's a great question. No, with My Laundry Order, it's completely separate from Wash-Dry-Fold POS. They wouldn't see us at all. They would see that store's branded page. It would have their logo if they wanted it. They can customize their branded colors. It would take them directly to that laundromat's link as well. So they're not trying to fight over, what store they're looking for or anything like that. It would just take them directly to that laundromat with all of its branding right in front of them. It would be very hard to miss.
Got it. No, that's good. That's good because a lot of people don't think it includes pickup and delivery. That just means like it'll go straight to my own branded thing, right? And it's like, well, actually, for some of our competitors or for some of the other point of sale companies, it's like, no, you get listed on our marketplace, and then they send you the marketplace, and then you've got to find the laundromat. And I think, and obviously I've seen the demo and helped with the development, but I think the object here is that this is all about the laundromat and the laundromat's customer, and that there's no other brands involved. In fact, they won't even see My Laundry Order except for that's just in the URL. As far as they're concerned, they're going to feel like they're on that laundromat. They're on that laundromat's website and they're just dropping off. And they see the logo and they see that. So the only kind of evidence that it's even our point of sale system or that you're even using a third party platform is just in the URL, which, no one's looking at that anyway. But
yep,
is
totally right.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, good. Just making sure. Is there, do we have like a limit on how many lockers they can add, or how does all that work?
We don't necessarily have a practical limit. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of larger stores that could accommodate maybe even like 30, 40 lockers, but that would have to be quite a large store, and the lockers, would probably have to be on the smaller side. But there's not necessarily a practical limit, but, we will probably put a limit on it to like 100 or something like that.
Right. Yeah. So no, that makes sense. So practically there is no limit. We may eventually put a hard cap just to keep someone from doing 1,000 lockers or something crazy.
Exactly.
But for practical purpose, just however many lockers you have. And is this something that because I know when you go through like a checkout page for some of the other point of sale systems, and not just for laundromats, I think other verticals have this as well. There's usually like tiers, like there's like a bronze and a silver and a gold. And so what do you have to pay extra to get this on your plan, or how does that work?
Nope, not at all. So it's completely included in Wash-Dry-Fold POS for all existing subscribers. Once the update is pushed, they'll get instant access. They can immediately start playing with it and getting things connected and setting up their lockers. And so it happens very quickly and seamlessly, and they don't have to pay anything extra.
Well, and I saw the video that you did, and I think is that your first video that you've done?
That's
for the website?
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Well, you're going to be introduced to a lot of our customers through that video, though. I think a lot of our customers probably know you from tech support, right?
Yep. Yeah, and that's been one of my favorite parts of working here, is getting to interact with the customers and meet everyone, because it's great. Everyone's great, and that's the whole point of what we're doing here, is trying to help laundromat owners and laundromats, all across the U.S. So getting to talk to everyone's been awesome. They give us, a lot of great ideas and feedback on how we can improve our product. So it's, it works for us too. That's where a lot of the good ideas for these lockers came from is from people who want this system in their store and, are asking what the best way to do it would be, so it's awesome.
I'm pumped that it's finally done. It's tested. It's ready to launch. I think Tuesday is when this podcast will go out too. So it should go out the same day that the actual update goes out. How long do you think, how many hours do you think went into this laundry locker system total from start to finish?
Start to finish, it's tough to even say. I mean,
development hours between you and Sean and Brian and
I mean, between all of us, probably in the hundreds, I mean, it's been quite some time before this idea was formulated. And now it's, it got put on paper to where we decided what we wanted and what were the essentials for at least the first version going out. And then to finally doing all the testing and the programming for it and now releasing it. It's been at least hundreds between all of us,
and that's with all the AI tools. I think it would have been
exactly
double or triple without them. So so
easily.
We're super pumped. I'm super pumped to see our customers use it and to get feedback on it and to keep improving it. I know the sales team will be pumped as well. So, man, thanks again for coming on the podcast and for all your hard work on the software. No, anytime, man.
It's been awesome.
See you around.
Thanks, guys. Yep. Bye.